Hello everyone, in today's session we are going to build a user profile application that you currently seeing on my screen. We'll be implementing side navigation bar, and on click of any navigation link we'll be showing the corresponding page on the right side of the application. We implement beautiful transition which slides background color from left to right whenever we hover on any navigation link. We also implement the animation that slides the content page from left to right whenever we click on any link. If this sounds interesting, please stick to the end of the video, and also please do like the video. Let's get started. As usual, we have index.html, style.css and script.js files created. I have referred style.css and script.js in HTML page. Now let's create markup. We need to create two major sections, a side navigation bar and main section where we are going to show the content. Inside the body element, let's create the container element, and this container is going to have the left side section and right side section. So I am going to use the aside for the navigation bar code and then main element for the content section. Just run this, right click and open with the live server. So this left side section is going to have the two elements, user image and the nav element. So let's create that user logo. Then we are going to have the nav element, and inside the nav element we are going to have another list, and we are going to have the 4 list items. So multiply by 4, enter, and now this user logo is going to have the user image. So image tag, and I have already stored user logo.jpg in my folder, so I am going to refer it. So src equal to user logo.jpg, and let's give the names for all the list items. So home, about me, resume, save it. There we go. Now let us create the pages that will be displayed whenever we click on these links. So go to the main, and here I am going to give the name card, and we are going to have the 5 cards. So multiply by 5, and each card is going to have the 2 sections like title and the content, right? So here let's give title plus content, press enter. Now let me give the names for this content, home page, and here content goes here. So let's copy this and paste it. So this should be contact page, resume page, and this should be about me. I think we have one extra, so I'm just removing it. We need only 4 actually. Yeah. So now we're almost done with the creating markup. So we need to add few attributes and classes that we'll be doing later. So let's go to the style.css. As a first step, let us do the global resetting of margin and padding. So 0 and padding 0, and then box sizing border box. Let's define the body. So body, and it's going to have the height 100 viewport height, and the same way it's width 100 viewport width, display flex, and justify content center, align items center, and body going to have the left and right padding 100 pixel and top 0 pixel. So 100 pixel and top and bottom 0 pixel. So now we have our content center aligned. Have the container, so container and display flex, and then we have the aside element. So let's have the width for this aside. So we are going to have the 300 pixel. So I will define the CSS variables and store this value inside that, so that it will be reusable. Root, and then we can just name it as nav bar width 300 pixel, and to use this variable we can simply say where, and inside that nav bar width. So it works. We can apply some box shadow for this container so that we can see it properly. So box shadow, and just say 0 pixel, 15 pixel, some 3 pixel, and let's have some dark color. So now let us style this left section first. So let us have this user image and this navigation link inside one element. So just cut it and create here nav bar, and inside that let us have it. Now let us take this nav bar and define here nav bar, and I'm going to say display flex. So you should have flex direction column. Here there is no gap between this user image and this nav links. So let us have some gap. So for that gap property we can use some 30 pixel, and then let us style our list item. Before that, let's have this nav element and another list to have the width 100% parent. Let's have the text align center. Cool. So let us make this user image and this nav center aligned. Align item center. Since we are using the flex direction column, we can use the align center to align the content center. Now let us style our list items. So first of all, let us get rid of these bullet points. So for that we can use list style and say none padding. So 15 pixel, and then let's have some 10 pixel. Let us have some background and see what is the width of list item. Say black. So it is occupying 100%. It's cool. Style this user image also. So we should have the round image, right? So like this we have the user logo class. Take this user logo class, user logo, and height 150 pixel, and then width also 150 pixel, and then we need to define user logo image. So it is always good to have image occupying 100% height and 100% width of the parent, 100%. And let's have some border here also. So border 1 pixel solid. I'm going to use the double here so that we get some beautiful margin. So border radius 50%, then we can see that properly. Now if we see the finished version, whenever you just mouse over on any link, we can see that background color is sliding from left to right, right? You can see the background color red is sliding from left to right. So let us implement that. So for that I am going to use the pseudo class before. So li and before. So content, we are going to have empty content. So we are not going to have any content. We are going to have the background color. So background color red, and its width I am by default applying 100% to show you how it looks. And then so we need to have some height 100%. Let's give the position absolute. Now we need to make this before item to start from the left 0 and top 0 of the list item. So for that we need to use left 0 and top 0. So now it is starting from the root element, right? The entire document it is occupied. So that is because we need to make its parent as relative. So go to the list item, and here let's say position relative. So it is always good to have position relative for the parent of absolute element. So now we can see it properly. So now let's remove this width, because we are going to apply this red color whenever you just mouse hover on it, right? So first of all, let me define some hover effect for this list item. So list item, and then hover. I am going to have one property letter spacing 0 pixel. So I would look to have some letter spacing 1 whenever you just mouse over on it. So now letter spacing 1 pixel, and if you just hover on it, you can see that letter spacing. And also I would like to have cursor pointer. So yeah, now it's cool. And let's have some transition so that we can see these hover effects smoothly. All 300 milliseconds is in out. So now we can see this hover effect bit smooth, right? And now here not just the letter spacing, I am going to have one more property like transform translate y 0 pixel, and I would like to have this 1 pixel. Yeah, that's cool, right? Now let us define the hover effect for the before element. So currently we are not able to see the before element because now width is 0, right? So here we have width 0%, and now to define the hover, generally we write like this, right? Like before and then hover, but it will not work. So what we need to do, we need to just have this hover and then before. We have to use like this, and let's define the width for the before. So I'm going to say 100%. Save it now, and background color red here. So it is not working. Sorry, it should be hover. Okay, yeah, save it. There we go. Now we can see that background color red applied whenever you hover on it, but we don't see the text, right? So text is behind this background color. So for that we can use the G index. So G index minus, so -1. So we need to give the negative index. Now we can see the text, right? If you give the positive index like 0 also, it won't work, or 1 or 0, it won't work, right? So it should go behind, so -1. Then we can see it. And let us have some color. I'm going to have the light color, so I'm going to define that color in the root elements. So here define, so color hyphen light color, so ash fff, nothing but white color. So come here and define var color light. Now so color light, so now it won't work actually, so define here color light. There we go. So now we can see the light color, but we don't see this background color sliding from left to right. Here it slides from the left to right. So for that, what we need to do, we need to have some transition here. So transition, so we are going to transit on only width and 300 milliseconds is in out. Save it. There we go. Now we can see that the background color is sliding from left to right. So it is very cool, isn't it? Here in the finished version, I have used Google font pop-ins. So let's go to the Google fonts and here search for pop-ins. So I'm going to select this style. Here click on the import and take this import URL and go to our style.css, and before the root just have it. Refer this font family. So just copy this font family and then just use here globally. So save it, and now it is using the pop-ins. Yeah, one more last thing, on hover of the list item, let us have font weight also. So font weight 600, so that we can see some bold effect. So now we are almost done with this left side thing, and here we can give some height for this aside. So I'm going to give height. Our content is not center aligned, right? Let us apply display flex for the aside. So display flex, align items center, justify content center. List items are not occupying the 100% width, right? So this navbar element is not occupying the 100% width of this entire aside element. So width 100%. Now we can see that it is occupying the 100% width. Now we are done with this left side section. Now let us style our right side section. Right side we have the card. So card, and let's have some height 500, same as the aside. Everything is gone, right? We don't see aside element, everything. So that is okay, we are going to fix it. Padding 30 pixel. So at a time we need to show only one card. So whatever the user selected link, that card only we need to show. So I'm going to show the home card by default, and others card we need to hide it. Display property none for this card. Display, now we don't see any card. So now let us define a CSS class called active. So card dot active display block. So whenever this active CSS class is applied to the section, then the card will be visible. So just have this here. Now we can see the home page. Here let us define this title and content. So style.css, and here so card space title font size to rem, and let's have some border bottom. So border bottom like 1 pixel, solid as. Let us have the some CSS font for content also. So content 1.5 rem. Apply some width for this card. So go to the card. We have applied 300 pixel width for this aside element, and body also having 100 pixel left and right padding, right? So I am going to calculate the width of card by subtracting the 500 pixel from the 100% viewport width. Then minus, we need to give the space, and the space is very important, otherwise it won't work. And then let's give 500 pixel. Save it. There we go. So let us give some box shadow for this left section so that we can differentiate the main content and navigation bar content. So I give, so cool, we have here. Now it's time to implement the JavaScript part. So we should load the page that is user selected. So whenever user selected about me, we should load the about me page. If user selected resume, we should load the resume page in the main element. So now let's go to our script.js and let us access all these elements. And before that, I am going to add name attribute to the each list item. So name equal to home. So let me change here home, about, resume, and this should be contact. And also I am going to add the CSS classes for these pages also. So for the first card, this should be home, resume, and contact. Cool. So let's go to script.js. As a first step, let us select all the links because we need to listen to the click event of link, right? So const links equal to, so document dot query selector all navbar. So we have this nav links inside the navbar element. So navbar CSS class, and then nav element, then you have ul, then li. So this gives us the all li elements. You can simply say li also, but the problem is whenever you have the links in other sections, then even that links also will be selected. That's the reason it is always good to have select like this. And then let's select all the cards. So const cards equal to document dot query selector all, and this time we're going to use the CSS class card. Now let us listen to the click event of all the links. So whenever you use the query selector, it returns the node list. So we need to convert this node list to the array. So just you can use the spread operator and links. Even you can use the for each also, but if you want to use the map method like that, we need to convert it to the array. So map method, so it gives the link on each iteration. So we are going to listen to the click event. So link dot add event listener and click. So then callback function, and we are going to call the function, let's say on link click and false. So this map will give us the two values like link and index. So let's have the index 2. So let's keep it in the parentheses. Pass this link and index to the this on click method. So link and index. So let's define this on link click. So const on link click equal to, so here you can use the normal function too, but I like to have the arrow function. So this will receive link comma current index. So we can just print them console.log link comma current index. So now let's check if it is working or not. So let me minimize this. Now just click on the home. There we go. Now we have index 0 and list item home, and click on about me, list item and 1. So we are getting the list item and index. So just close that. Now on the right side main section, we need to show the content depends on the link that user selected. For that, first we need to remove the active CSS class from the existing page that we are showing, and then we need to add the active CSS class to the page depends on the link user selected. So go to the script.js, and here what I do, I will iterate through all the cards. Card dot, we can use the for each on the node list. So for each, and it gives the card each time, and then we say card dot class list dot remove and CSS class active. Now press F12 and go to the elements, and here currently we have the active CSS class on home page, right? So now just click on any link. There we go. Now we have removed this active CSS class, right? So we have removed active CSS class from the all the elements. Now remember, we have added the attribute called name for all the links. So let us check the link that user clicked. Const selected item equal to link dot get attribute of the name. Now whenever we click on the resume link, for example, we are going to get the selected item value as resume. Card equal to, the make use of this spread operator and take the cards and dot, I'm going to use the method called find card, and here I'm going to write the logic like if card dot class list dot contains, if card class list is containing selected item, then just return it. So if you click on the home link, we are going to get the home card. If you click on the resume, we are going to get the resume card. So then just apply active CSS class to the current card. So current card dot class list dot add active. That's it. Now let us see how it is working by debugging the code. Press F12, select script.js and put the breakpoints. So here and here, here. So now just click on any link, let's say resume, and now it gives the selected item by getting the attribute value of name, so resume, and then we are removing the active CSS class from the existing element, right? Now we have removed, that's why you can see that here we don't have any page displayed. So here using the find method, we are saying that give me the card that is having the CSS class name matching with selected item. So here it is resume. So press F10. So it will check for all the cards and it gives the current card that is matching with the selected items CSS class. Now our current card is nothing but resume. So we can see that class name somewhere here, class name, card and resume. Now we are adding the active CSS class to the current card. That's it. Now it will be displayed. So now just click on about me, home, resume, contact. See, now we can see the corresponding page. Now let me add some background color for each page. So I am going to copy and paste these background colors. So here I have created the CSS classes home, about, resume and contact and having the background colors. Now let's go there and see, there we go. Now let us give some light color for the color, where color light. So now we can see them properly, right? So we have the pointer CSS class, but why it is not giving? Let's check that. So here home and cursor pointer is there. Yeah, it is working, cursor pointer. So now we can see that home, select about me, select resume, right? So it is very cool, but we don't see this link is selected, right? So for that let us add some code. So go to the script.js, highlight selected link. So let's have arrow function and just use const, and it's going to take the index. So current index, define one CSS class here, selected link, background color. I'm going to use the linear gradient and let's say 100 degrees and violet and red. As a first step, let us remove the selected CSS class if it is applied. So here instead of active, just use this selected link CSS class. So just apply selected link and this should be links, right? So take link, and then now it is very easy, right? Links of, we have the current index, right? Selected index. So index class list dot add, it should be selected link. And now just click on home. It is not working because we have to make a call to this. So and just pass index. Now let's go and run. There we go. Now we can see that selected link is highlighted with the background color. So let's have color. So color and again light color. So now it works, right? So cool. And even you can have the font weight 600. So by default we are showing the home page. So let's apply the selected link CSS class to the home link. So class selected link, there we go. Now we have this home link is selected and home page is displayed. Click on about me, resume, contact. So it is so cool, isn't it? Maybe we can reduce this back shadow of the container. For aside we don't require this back shadow, just remove it. Now for the container, let's have the light color. Yeah, copy this and use for the container. So now we are done with everything except animation. Now let us implement that animation. So for that I am going to apply the transform for the card. So go to the card and apply some transform, and here I say translate X. So we want this animation slides from left to right. So minus 100%. We can see that our card is overlapping our left side section. So go to the container and let's have the overflow. Let's define the animation. So define the animation keyframes and let's say slide, and at 0% we are going to have transform translate X minus 100%. Opacity 0 we are going to have. Let's take this and define here opacity 1 at the 100%. Then we are going to have the transform 0% and opacity 1. And we need to apply this slide animation to the active card, right? So go to card.active and here just apply animation and name will be slide. First let us have some 500 milliseconds so that we can see that is in out, and then let's have direction both. There we go. Refresh about me. There we go. Starting from left to right. So it is overlapping this left section, so which is not so cool. So go to our main element. So we haven't defined this our main element, right? So let's define here the main element. So main element is the container of this card, right? So here let us apply overflow hidden. So now click on any section. Now it will start from here, right? So I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, and also please do subscribe to my channel. So in our next session, we'll make this application responsive. Now it is not responsive on the mobile devices, right? If we just resize it, we don't see it responsive. So we need to change the layout. We don't want this layout for the mobile section. So I'll be working on that mobile version based on the response I get for this video. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe.